So, I didn't have time to get into it with you, but I want you to see now. This is a modern coffin case, probably after 1900. Where is the handle?
Yeah,
On the
I
side.
noticed it here.
It has the less expensive hooks, and it also is nowhere near as highly arched.
Right.
Now this violin here is from the same family, and you can basically see it's literally the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the shape all the way around.
Wow, yeah.
Wow. Sure is.
It is.
Sure.
Now notice how the F holes are shorter and curve more on this one. If you look at the F hole, this one goes up and then curves. This one starts to curve and comes more around. This was more Steinerish. This isn't any older, but you can see that it's a slightly higher end wood. And that's because the striations are slightly finer. And then you look, the striations match the side and the top. It does here as well. That indicates a good instrument. Now,
Can
if
I
you
see
look-
the cat's mouth on that one?
Oh yes. You're going to see the exact, it's even more pronounced there. See the cat's.
Oh, I sure do.
Uh-huh. Now what do you see about the button that I told
Longer.
you? Little, yeah, little tiny one now, okay? And then look at the length and the petite scroll and then the gap between these two and those two. These are cousins. Okay?
Wow. We have a family reunion of violins.
Right. And you can see this one has been repaired, but look how many cracks this one has had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't diminish its value. It really doesn't. It's expected to crack. Just, it's 200 years old.
Sure. Yeah.
As long as it's repaired properly, it really doesn't. I mean, you find a mint one, it could double its price. But compared to most, that's where it would normally be. So this gives you an indication of what a modern coffin case looks like. Now we go into an older coffin case, pre-U.S. Civil War. This is French, but they still, the English and the French made finer cases. You can see that it has latches,
It's very
almost
cool.
like a treasure chest. And this is another older violin. This one is not as old as that. And you can see that again, its family relationship is very, very similar. But this is a 3/4. So it was meant for a smaller person, but it's also 50, 70 years newer than that one. Notice how this became more exaggerated, the high exaggerated. The edge work has a little sharper edge on it. This was meant to be a guarneri. That's from the F-hole shape. Not really a guarneri, but you can see that's very good wood.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, so this would be probably a 4, just like the other one I showed you, about a 4. Not a 5 or a 6,
Okay.
but a 4. So now you have an understanding. Look at the construction of this case. Felt lined. It's all old, but felt lined. Look at how the compound curves would be. But how do you know its age? They stopped carrying violins from the top because if the latch gave loose, the violin fell out.
Yeah.
If you were holding it from the side and the latch came loose, you could just hold it with a finger. So that's why the latches changed.
Very
So-
interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're
Right.
finding out a lot of cool things. Now I have some more to show you.
Okay.